Tell us about the different ministries you have going on here.
Probably some of the most beneficial that we've been seeing since I've been here. We've had a large presence in the schools since we've been here. On a weekly basis, especially during football season, we minister to about 400 kids weekly. And that's with a message, possibly a meal. I think last year we fed over 2,000 kids in the school district. Mm-hmm. And so we've had those type of things where we work with Matt Moore and the FCA. Then we've got our other programs where we do what's called Sheltered. Mm-hmm. And that shelter program we do in school, and most of those are at elementary schools. And we do an after-school program with them. We feed them. We give them a message. It's basically like a vacation Bible school, once a week. So we do that every week, the full length of the school year. And we've had 90 kids at one school, and we've got 70 kids at the other school. And then we go to the middle schools and the high school multiple times a week. So we're seeing a large movement of that. And it has really increased the size of our church congregation. We were running about 80 when I got here, and some weeks now we're running 180. So, we've seen a large move of that, had a large presence on the baseball, football, basketball, softball teams, and we're just real impactful, I think, in the lives of these kids. It's not me personally by myself only, but God has opened the door for us to be able to do that.
Why young people? Why schools? Why is that what you chose to focus on?
Well, it helps having 4 daughters, and I've always felt like their circle has a lot to do with how their life is, and a lot that impacts them. So I can influence them, but I find that when I influence other children, it helps influence my children as well. And not only that, I love kids. I love children, and I'm a big kid at heart myself. And you ask any of the kids we get around, we pick and cut up, we laugh, and I get on their level. And I try to get in their world because I love children, small children, older children, babies. I think they're the most influential. I think they are the most easily influenced, and the way things are, I just remember being their age, and that feeling that was probably one of the loneliest times and parts of my life trying to figure out who I was. And there's a lot out there for them to get into, so I found that Jesus is the best thing. And I just want to share with them that you can live your best life and still have fun and still play ball and still live, have a fun life and live for God. So that's kind of just why I just think if we can get a message to a younger generation, that it helps them not go through some of the things that I've gone through, and not dabble in some of the things that I dabbled in growing up. So
now, not only are you a bishop of the Church of God here, but you're also a dad, and for that reason, you spend a lot of time at the softball field with your daughters, and they're getting ready to go to the World Series. They're right here, sitting right here. Tell us about the softball teams you play for, and what's going to be happening as far as the World Series goes.
At the end of the month, we are going to be going to Louisiana to participate in the World Series. This would be my second and her first. We play for Georgetown Recreation and 15U softball.
Now, what was it like when you found out that you were going to get to go for again?
Last year was amazing because it was just me, but now I get to do it with my sister, so it means so much more to me, and I know she'll get to experience it too. So.
Now, when do you go?
We're going July 16th. We'll be headed up there.
And if you stay the whole time, if you go to the championship game, how long will you be there?
Monday would be the championship game, so if we make it that far, we'd be coming home somewhere around Tuesday. Our team is a big part of our friend group. That's our big circle. Softball is life for some of us, but some people, they're locked in with softball. But a lot of our friendships flow into the softball fields, and we love to carry the friendship around the field, and that's how we create a big team. And a lot of them is my closest friends, and she's the oldest on the team, so she probably could find a little trouble in that. But especially with having her sister on the team, sometimes we could throw fights and fight with each other on the team, but it grows our relationships. And we're
representing South Carolina, so when we get there, it'll be the rest of the USA. So we don't really know it's going to be in Louisiana. So we're going to be there. The only ones we're going to know are who we take with us. And hopefully, we'll get there and be able to lock in, because these girls are strong. They're a strong pack, and they play well together. Many of them play ball all the time. So they're a very strong pack. When we played in district, when we played for state, it was basically they knocked them out and moved on. They were ready to move on.
Mm-hmm.
So they wiped through them, and now they're going to Louisiana. The competition is going to be stiff there, and because you're going to be playing the best of all the states. So I know that there are going to be some strong pitchers. There are going to be some great hitting teams. Probably some teams with a lot of money there. But we're going from Georgetown, and for right now, I think we're the only team representing Georgetown that's going to be going. So we're hoping to go, and hoping these girls get their head locked in and get up there and go have a great time.
Now, you're going to be a proud dad in Louisiana here in a couple of weeks, but on Father's Day, you got to be a proud dad sitting in the baseball seats at the Pelicans baseball game. Tell us about what happened that day.
Yeah, I got to experience Pelican Field a little bit different. I got to walk out on the field for the first time ever there and see it from eye level. Paisley was going to sing the national anthem. She was honored to be able to do that, and I got to watch her stand on home plate and sing the national anthem and hear her voice through all the speakers.
So tell me what that was like, singing at a stadium like that. How did you get chosen to do that, and what was it like?
Me and my mom, we saw it on Facebook. They put out the audition slips, and I was like, hey, let me send in a video. So I stood right there on the stage and recorded it, and we sent it in, and she got the email, and one thing led to another, and I just ended up on the field singing the national anthem.
Mm-hmm. Now, what was it like doing it?
Whew. It was nerve-wracking at first, but as soon as I got on the field and knew what I was doing, I was fine. I just sang my heart out.
Now, people who sing that say the most nervous part is the high note towards the end. You nailed that?
The most nerve-wracking thing to me was the words.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping I didn't mess up the words, because I've heard it secondhand, people messing up the words, and I was like, oof.
Mm-hmm.
Before I went
you
on
make
people-
YouTube if you mess up the words. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because of singing, now you both sing, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, you've got other things coming up as far as your singing goes, right? You've got competitions coming up?
Yes, sir. We're going to, where is that?
Cleveland, Tennessee.
Cleveland, Tennessee, to the International Teen Talent. We'll be competing from people all around the world. And I went last year, too. I went by myself. But again, it's going to be more of an experience because I get to do it with my sister.
Now, do you know what you're going to be singing? At least your first song yet?
I do. It's the same song I sang for state. It's called Endless Praise because it is through the Church of God, so it's like a worship base. And me and her, Glory, Honor, and Power, the same song that we sang for state.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to?
I've never been, and if you know me, I'm more the quiet one out of her, and I don't really like singing, but I did it this year and we won it, so I'm going to go to Tennessee and sing with her.
Well, it seems like things are going great in the church and in the Johnson household right now.
It is. We've had our fair share of struggles like everybody else, and we got things that we go through and are enduring right now. But we're blessed, and we wake up and we put our clothes on like everybody else, and we go out and try and make a difference. We try and win people to Jesus and try and have our family time as well, because when you're doing so much, there's not a lot of time for, family, but we try to make sure of one thing we've always tried to do is we always try to make sure that we're a close family.
Mm-hmm. Now, if people want to check out your services, what are your service times?
Sure. We have Sunday school on Sunday mornings at 10. We have worship at 11 on Sunday morning. And then we have service Sunday night at 6 p.m. and then on Wednesday, 6 p.m. So come and be with us and enjoy it with us. And everybody's welcome here, no matter what color you are, no matter where you come from.